Hey everyone, it's Joe, back again with another Shroud of the Avatar how-to video. It's been a while since I've made a video, and I've had many requests. Among the top requests has been how to solo the dragon, so here we go. First things first, we're going to want to buff up. I recommend building a buff deck that will allow you to 5-stack your buffs in order to get more effect and duration. Douse is an important buff to use when fighting the dragon, as it provides fire resistance against the dragon's fire attacks. I'm also using Air's Embrace for dexterity, Enlightenment for intelligence, Shield of Crystal for hit points, and Strength of Earth for strength. I'm using light armor for this build, with an emphasis on damage avoidance. In this deck, I use Fortified Defense for damage avoidance, Shield of Ice for fire resistance and damage avoidance, Dodge for dodge modifier, and Evasion for damage avoidance. My main attack abilities are Aim Shot and Rapid Fire, and I use 2 debuffs, Blind and Fireflies. Fireflies gives me a higher chance for critical hits, while Blind lowers the dragon's damage avoidance and dexterity, making him easier to hit. You'll want to have plenty of heals on your deck to ensure you can heal anytime you need to. I lock Healing Grace and Healing Ray and have 5 healing touches that randomly draw. The dragon has several special moves he'll perform. One of these moves is his Tail Swipe, which is the only move that can be manually avoided by jumping. You'll recognize this move when he puts his head down and roars. Once he moves his head from the roar, jump, and you'll miss his Tail Swipe. This takes practice to get the timing just right. Another of his moves is his Fire Breath, which deals fire damage. This can be mitigated by using Douse, Shield of Ice, and fire-resistant armor, jewels, and weapons. He also has a move where he'll swing his wing at you, dealing physical damage. If you stand next to him, he'll also perform a physical attack, where he'll try to take a bite out of you. Again, using damage avoidance and dodge will help tremendously in completely missing these attacks altogether. I like to keep my character sheet up so that I can see what my current damage avoidance is at. Depending on its value, I know what buff I need to cast to bring myself to maximum damage avoidance. There are a couple different positioning methods I use when fighting the dragon. One method is to stand on one of the ends of the mountaintop area and let the dragon come back and forth to you. He'll do some attacks and then retreat. You can just stand there stacking or healing and let off your attacks when he walks back into range. I call this the yo-yo method because the dragon will yo-yo back and forth. The other method I use is similar to the method I use when fighting the troll. I will stay at the dragon's feet and do circles around him, trying to position myself at his rear in order to get more critical hits and to avoid attacks. It's important to make sure you eat food to ensure you have good hit point and focus regeneration. You can have up to 2 food buffs on at a time. I like to use Dragon Stew and Obsidian Wolf Chops, but any food is better than none. It's also wise to consider buffing up from Devotionals. You can find Devotionals in most player-owned towns. They're statues with pools of water in the front of them that will give you a buff depending on the type of devotional it is. There's Devotionals for stats, resistances, regeneration, and more. I've included a link in the description that lists what each devotional does. Another key option to consider is having potions available to you on your non-combat bar. Imbued potions are the best, but anything will work better than nothing. I like to have focus, health, regeneration, and restoration imbued potions available during the dragon fight. Depending on if you have low health, low focus, or both, you can drink the appropriate potion to give you that little boost you need that could potentially save your life. Another item I use is the Harp of Invigoration. This harp is an artifact that gives focus and health regeneration. I try to keep its effect on as often as possible, as the buff only lasts 30 seconds, but it gives a tremendous amount of regeneration, which comes in very handy in PvE and PvP. I've included a link in the description of all the artifacts in the game. Staying healed is extremely important, especially when using light armor. If the dragon gets a couple hits off on you, it could spell certain death. Especially if he gets you in a stun lock, where he keeps you stunned, not allowing you to heal. I like to keep Healing Grace on as much as possible. It provides a heal over time that will even heal you when you're stunned. Keeping a heal locked is also a good idea. Soloing the dragon is a great challenge that does not come easy. If you find it difficult, don't get discouraged. Instead, get some more levels under your belt, raise some skills, and try again. You may want to find a friend and duo the dragon to get used to his attack and defensive behavior. Once you get comfortable fighting the dragon in a pair, you can branch out and try it solo. When you finally kill the dragon, be sure you have a skinning knife, because you must skin the dragon to loot him. You'll find the loot point on the dragon's neck. The dragon's loot consists of random drops of gems, serpent scales, other reagents, scrolls, potions, weapons, and more. He also has a chance to drop artifacts, recipes, and special loot items. The dragon's special loot items include a dragon haunch, which can be cut up for dragon's meat, a dragon head, which can be mounted, and a dragon neck bone, which is used in the crafting of the bone armor leg piece. I want to give thanks to Hydrogen Factory for providing the music for this and most of my videos. You can find a link to his website in the description below. If you have any requests for future videos, please don't hesitate to ask, and I'll do my best to provide them. Thanks for watching this video, and thanks for your support. I wish you all the best, and as always, good luck and good hunting.